I like to think of myself as hopeless. Maybe you see that as wishful thinking or an overdose of self confidence. But it's true. I'm hopeless. I learned the value of being hopeless from one of my meditation teachers. He suggested there's much value in giving up hope. When we hope or wish for something, we're expressing dissatisfaction with the reality that's before us. Feeling dissatisfied sucks the life out of here and now, luring us into an imagined Shangri La. In our hope for there and then, we imagine we'll be happier. Hoping and wishing draws us out of the real world and into a fantasy world of if onlys and one day whens. I sure do hope one day thus and such happens, then I'll finally be happy. I do hope you'll be feeling better soon. Allows me to move away from considering what I might say or do for you now that would help the situation that I'm hoping you'll overcome. Hoping and wishing and praying draw us out of the reality of this day, this place, this moment, this opportunity to choose how to respond to our concerns. If feeling alive and enjoying the opportunity to make choices only happens in the present, right here and right now, why would we ever choose to spend our time hoping? The very first time I heard this idea, I agreed to it. Generally skeptical and slow to convince, I'm not inclined to swallow other people's philosophical ideas hook, line, and sinker without chewing on the thing and letting it digest, sometimes for years. It still seems curious that I agreed to the value of the idea of giving up hope almost immediately while the words were being spoken. I'm a skeptic, hard sell, disinclined to plant just any old seeds in the garden that is my mind. Who knows? Maybe I'm skeptical because I grew up on Long Island, pronounced Long Island, which clearly demonstrates to you why we say you guys rather than y'all to denote the plural of the pronoun you. Spanish speakers take it a step further to suggest whether or not we know the group of people well enough to use a familiar language, tus, rather than ustedes. English is often short of clear and specific language to describe relationships. That means you have no idea to whom I'm speaking when I use the word you in this post. Now do you? Do you? For the skeptical, gotta test it for myself sort of person that I am, mentally agreeing to a new idea as it is being presented is rather unusual for me. Very unusual, in fact. So what was going on there? Why did Thich Nhat Hanh's suggestion that hoping takes us out of contact with reality, with our life as it is, with the world as it is, why did that sound so attractive that I swallowed it, digested it, without really needing to chew on it at all? My sense is that I heard in his words him inviting me to take responsibility right now for anything I might want or wish or hope to be otherwise. The idea slid easily and naturally alongside two other ideas I was already holding as valuable. One came as the answer to a question from Hillel. If not me, then who? He asked. If not now, then when? My answer has since become me, now. Then there's a statement from Gandhi. Be the change you want to see in the world. He as well seemed to be inviting me to give up wanting in favor of action. I began choosing being kinder, gentler, and more peaceful, rather than wanting and waiting and hoping that those things would one day be delivered to me on a silver platter outside of my ability to choose them for myself. I'm aware that many recognizable quotes that invite mindfulness are words that men have uttered. That's just the honest truth of living in a patriarchal global society. I see this phenomenon changing, albeit slowly. Hoping and wishing and praying that circumstances might magically change on their own seemed like taking all the power, responsibility, and accountability out of me and handing it over to chance. Letting go of hoping and wishing and praying has brought me in close contact with the fact that I'm thinking and feeling, and that affects what I'm saying and doing. If I'm thinking that some imagined invisible this or that is going to take care of something that's concerning me if I only have enough faith, I'm giving up being responsible for responding right here, right now, addressing in real and tangible ways the thing I'm concerned about and care deeply about. Hoping pitched me right out of the present and plopped me into an imaginary future. Hoping put my head in a place and time and circumstance that was not real, a time and place where I could not choose to effect the change I saw was needed. Letting go of hope, on the other hand, and becoming hopeless, allows me the freedom to choose thinking about responding here and now. Letting go of wishing allows me to choose words that I can offer myself or someone I care about as encouragement or affirmation. Letting go of praying for help is allowing me to take full responsibility and accountability for my life and the world around me. Letting go of the habit of praying and wishing and hoping empowers me to respond with creativity, kindness, and love to whatever it is that concerns me. It is the power to choose that I see gives rise to my happiness, my joy at being alive and aware and capable of responding here and now, free of the false lure of hoping. Letting go of hoping frees me to collaborate and contribute in real ways that address real things I care deeply about. Caring and acting have long since displaced hoping. I see that the process has been truly liberating. Yes, it's true. These days, I'm hopeless. That frees up plenty of mind and heart space for wondering and appreciating and loving what is here before me and inside of me. Perhaps now you'll consider joining me, giving up hope in exchange for the freedom to choose your thoughts, which give rise to your words and your actions. Perhaps you'll begin experimenting and meditating on the value of exchanging hope for choosing your own thoughts, your words, and actions, and seeing if doing so improves the quality of your life. Thanks for stopping by, and if you're so inclined, for commenting. See you next time.